What's up, peace, y'all? It's another Wednesday, so that means it's another episode of Full Time Musician. I'm your boy Marvillous Beats, aka Marville Martin from Marvillous.com. All right, so as you can see, I'm in a new location. I'm in my new crib, first time home buyer, and that's what this video is about. So, 3 tips for full time musicians on the way to buying their first crib. Okay, man, let me tell you, the process, probably 2 words: brutal and incredibly fulfilling. Okay, so this is off the top. I ain't got no notes to refer to. I literally just propped up the camera. We going right into it. All right. So off the top, one of the most important things I think when preparing to buy your crib for the first time, you're a solo entrepreneur. You don't got a W-2. You're paying yourself, or you should be. Is really the first point. You want to have a regular paycheck or a regular transfer to yourself weekly to show that you have consistent and regular income. It is so important. These lenders and these underwriters, they're extremely strict with seeing that you can't afford what you're going out there and telling them that you want to buy. So that's the first tip. So there's a couple ways you can do that. You can sign up for a payroll. What you call it? One of those payroll businesses. I use ADP. You go on there, give yourself a salary, pay yourself that every week, or just simply go into your bank account and set up regular weekly, bi-weekly transfers, whatever that is. All right. So number 2, make sure that you at least have the hell, 4 fingers, 2 full years of decent income, and I mean decent because what they're gonna do when you go to a lender and you go to the underwriters, they're gonna take the last 2 complete years that you have and average those. Okay, so that's why I ran into my first little hiccup. Okay, so if let's say like maybe last year you're at that entry level, okay, you made like 35K that year, cool, but this year you're killing it. And let's say you're making like 125, this year. Until this year is done, or unless you've been paying quarterly taxes, they are not going to use the current year. Okay, it's very important. So you want to make sure that you wait until the last 2 years that you completed and did tax returns for. The average of those years, the income is sufficient. Okay, that's a huge, huge point that a lot of entrepreneurs, solo entrepreneurs, full-time musicians that we don't know when we go into this house buying process. Okay, leads me to number 3. Let's see, number 3. What's a good one for number 3? Okay. Um, oh, okay. So number 3, do your research on everybody you're using in the process. So for me, my real estate agent was amazing. Everybody else in the process was, let's just say, less than less than good. So the first lender I used, man, they did not know, like, they didn't really know the guidelines for like the loans that I was applying for, and to their defense, it's not a lot of times you come across someone like us who are full-time musicians. Okay, so there's a lot of guidelines, especially around like student loans, for example, that some lenders just don't know, or home advisors just don't know. And to the defense, again, I understand that guidelines change a lot. So you want to do some of your own research, and you want to talk to like 3 to 4 different home advisors and lenders to make sure that the pre-qualifications that they're giving you are the real numbers. You don't want to do what happened to me. And I'm going to make another video about my whole process into buying a home because it was crazy. And there's so many things that I think are just way too important for people to know. So basically, long story short, I ended up kind of wasting like 2 to 3 months looking at homes and properties that I didn't really qualify for because the lender and the home advisor gave me the wrong qualification. They gave me a number that didn't really work. So when I got to underwriting, everything fell apart. Okay. So it's so important that before you go out there, waste your time, waste your real estate agent's time, waste sellers' times to make sure that the number that you got is the real number. Okay. So quick review. First one, make sure that you're paying yourself some kind of regular income, okay? Whether that's bank transfers or setting up a payroll on a payroll company to show that you're getting regular income, okay? Number 2, make sure that your last 2 years, at least 2 years, the average of those are sufficient for a home loan. So make sure that income, that average of those last 2 years, that income is looking good. And number three, do your research on these people on your team. Research the lenders, research even the sellers, research the real estate agents, and research just the general guidelines behind your loan that you're applying for, especially the student loan ones. Oh, here's a nugget. My situation. um, I thought, and I was told, once again, do research on your lenders, that I was told that I could use my current income based repayments. At the time, I had my income based repayments at $0, which is awesome. But I was told that I could work in my calculation. It didn't. So basically, what they do is specifically for the FHA loan is they use 1% of your total. So it doesn't matter if your payments are zero; they're going to use 1% of your total balance of your student loans into your DTI, which is your your debt to income ratio that everybody uses for qualifying you. Okay, so don't get tripped up with that. Learn the guidelines, learn the rules, and then confidently go into the market as a full-time musician and find yourself a crib. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. Short, sweet, and to the point. Marvillous Beats, marvbeats.com, professional music producer and violinist. I'm gonna see y'all next Wednesday. Peace.